And welcome to the Wholesome Pony. Today we are going to be making some Hearths Warming Eve cookies inspired by the story that Applejack tells Pinkie Pie on their train ride on their way to celebrate Hearths Warming Eve together. So basically, if you haven't seen the episode, when Applejack is telling the story of how Hearths Warming Eve began, she basically tells the story and we can see the story unfolding as gingerbread cookie characters. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I absolutely love this episode and it is perfect for Christmas time. So the first thing we're going to do is make the shapes that we need to cut out the cookies. I rewatched the episode and drew them by hand. We've got the Pegasus, Unicorn, and the Earth Pony, and we also have the 3 Wendigos. So what I will do with these is just put them on the screen, and then what you could do is do a screenshot and print, or you could draw them by freehand. If you do that, you can make them any size that you want, so whatever suits you. So now you've got that done, we can get on with the baking. So we'll start putting our dry ingredients together. You are going to need a medium to large mixing bowl, and you're going to need one of these strainers, and we will begin with 4 deciliters of plain flour. Just put it in. We're going to use 1.5 deciliters of sweetener. Then we also have half a teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Once you've got all that mixed, we're going to just give it a bit of a shake so it can go through the strainer. It smells really nice, that cinnamon. So good. Right, so now you're left with these little bits. We're just going to leave them to the side. We don't want to add those. Now just give it a good mix with your spoon. So once we've got all of our dry ingredients combined, we'll just leave that to the side, and we are going to move on to our liquid ingredients. So we're going to start with 100 grams of vegan butter. Then we are going to be adding 2 tablespoons of oat milk. Just add that to it. And we're going to add some sweetener to this as well, but we'll do that in a second. We're just going to turn on the heat, keep it on the lowest setting, and then just find a spoon you can use to mix it with. Once the butter has melted and the milk is a little bit warm, you can turn off the heat. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of barley malt syrup. So I'm going to be using this one by Clearspring. It's completely organic. Just add it to the mix, and it should melt and combine quite well to this warm mixture now. Once the mixture is well combined, we're going to take it off the hob and leave it to the side for 5 to 8 minutes just to cool down so we can add it to our dry ingredients. Now we are ready to mix our liquid ingredients with our dry ingredients. Just pour it in. Make sure you're getting all of it in there. And we are now ready to mix. And then we're just going to make it into a dough and put it on the bench and really mix them all together. Just work with the dough a little bit. You want to do this for 2 to 3 minutes. Once your dough is nice and smooth, just poke it with your finger and you can see it sort of rises back up again. Then we know it's ready. So just flatten it a little bit. We are going to wrap it in some cling film and then leave it in the fridge overnight. This will make it much easier to work with when we are going to be cutting out our shapes. And it will also get all those yummy flavors all combined into the dough. Our dough has now been in the fridge overnight and we are ready to make some pony shapes. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut off a piece that I'm going to be working with. And I will put the rest back in the fridge to stay nice and firm until we are ready to use it. We're going to be using some flour. Just put some on the bench and on top. Just press it down with your hands first and roll them out. Once you've rolled out your dough, just make sure that the whole thing is nice and even. And we are going to take our shapes, just place it on top, and then using a knife, carefully cut around the edges. Once your shapes are cut out, move them carefully over to the baking tray. And keep going. Once you've lined your baking tray with the ponies, we are going to be putting it back in the fridge for 15 to 20 minutes so that the butter can cool down again, and that when we put them in the oven, they will cook nice and evenly. While we leave our cookies to cool down, we are going to be making the icing. So we're going to start off with half a cup of powdered sugar. I'm using this one by Sukrin. And then we are going to be adding half a tablespoon of lemon juice. We're also going to add in some water. So I'm just going to go nice and slowly. I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon to begin with. Mix that in. I've added about 1.5 tablespoons of water, and now I am ready to put this in a piping bag so that we can decorate the cookies. Now we've got our icing. We have some Smarties that we're going to use to decorate the eyes. We can start by just putting a little bit of the icing for the eyes. And you can use in any color you want, just put it on top to decorate. You can be quite generous here. I really hope you enjoyed my video today. I definitely enjoyed making these. If you did, please press thumbs up. You can also write to me in the comments, let me know what you think. And if you want to see my next videos, please subscribe to my channel and tap the bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. And if you make your own, you can also tag me on Instagram. I will put all the links in the description below so you'll know where to find me. And also put the recipe down there as well so you'll have